And welcome to the Williamstown Oval here at Barossa Districts, to all of our fans listening on the World Wide Web. Today we are joined by Michael Baraglia from the Barossa Districts Football Club, a 21-year senior veteran who's out injured today. And we, to the other spectrum, we've got the young fella, Asher Passon. How are you, Asher? And how are you, Michael?
Yeah, not too bad. Been a pretty busy day.
Busy day?
Yeah.
Yeah, all good here. Beautiful day at Barossa.
Fantastic.
What is it, 27 degrees today?
Something like that. Well, I live at Semaphore, so I've been up here 5 times. First day it's not been freezing cold and raining, so I took the advantage of putting shorts on.
Oh, it's unreal, isn't it? Like normally this time of year, the big hill, bit of moisture comes out of it, cold air comes down, and it's not the greatest on this side. You get on the other side, it's beautiful, the sun's over there, but today, it doesn't matter where you stand.
No, it's normally I have reservations coming to to the Oval here, because I'm thinking cold, wet and rain. But today it's absolutely beautiful. The Oval's in magnificent condition, mate.
Oh, look, I don't think I've seen it this good for a while. The last few years, the guys have really been getting things done around here. We've got some irrigation going last year and some drainage, and they've been pumping the water on it, and it's really grown strong over the summer break, and it's looking the goods.
They clearly didn't have the caravans on it during the summer, or?
They generally don't put caravans on it. They do have campers. Easter time there were a few campers on it, but
okay.
It's about growing a strong root system and pumping the water on, and that gives us a good base to start the year off. If you don't have that, it doesn't hold up too much.
No, and it might be all to no avail because you're heading back to Lindop.
Oh, we're not totally sure when that's happening, but there is plans to move us there. I mean, I personally would rather stay here, but we really need 2 ovals, and we need to spend a lot of money to make this place suitable. So the best option is probably to go to Lindock. The juniors still might have to play over at Sandy Creek there.
Okay, that's a beautiful little ground, the cricket ground.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Those guys do a fabulous job keeping that up to standards.
And tell us a little about yourself, Asher. Come on, you're only young and you want to be a sports broadcaster one day.
Yeah, been a short career so far. I've been trying to get into some of the media with the Willaston Football Club, running the Instagram page and doing stuff like that. So slowly trying to wiggle my way into doing broadcasting and then hopefully going far with my footy as well. So they're the main 2 goals really at the moment, and sort of just got to try and wiggle my way through them with being down at Doggies for the time being, and
And you're still at school?
Yeah, still at school in year 10 at Trinity. So heading into the senior school soon, so just going to have to start making some decisions on subjects and stuff like that.
And today there's Lockie McCready. He's out of the Willaston side, and Tyson Erling comes back in, and Brandon Randell is also in. That was apparently an issue with Sports TG. And Flynn Pratt comes into the Barossa side. Willaston been going pretty well?
Yeah, have been going quite well. Got 2 wins and 1 loss, so hopefully we can get 2 in a row this week against a pretty strong Barossa side. Really, we've been not too bad. It's just focusing on trying to get those 4 quarters of footy each week and backing up, heading into the forward 50 sort of things like that.
So just that cliche, mate, trying to get the 4 points?
Yeah, just the execution is, trying to get the 4 points and just the simple things and stuff like that.
And we did Barossa last week, and we're just talking off air with Michael that Barossa do have a lot of really young guys in the side, and just not travelling that well at the moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of new guys that have come up out of the 17s. I think we've got 7 in today that are under 18 years of age. So they're getting adjusted to, 1, the speed, 2, the physicality of playing, good, hard country footy.
It just takes a little bit of time, and as I think I said off air, you can't put a 23, 24-year-old head on a 17 or 18-year-old lad, and it just takes a bit of time. And we saw it last week, but, having to line up on a Justin Westhoff or a Calhoun or a Trembath, it's a different experience for these young lads.
Oh, look, there's nothing you can do. Even if you're a senior player coming up against guys like that, they are just a a cut above the rest.
And AFL players.
And you put a couple of young kids in, and they're still a little bit nervous about what they're supposed to do and how to go about being a senior footballer. So we have had some good signs of late. Young Lukey Hadge in the ruck, he's actually taken a couple of steps ahead, and he's starting to look good. Yeah, he was really good for
he won the medal as well last year, didn't he? For the under-17s.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, and last week Ryan Watson was sensational.
Yeah, first game back here, he was had a concussion the week before and missed the game, and he just really wanted to get into his mate Sammy Colhoun there. He didn't want to lose that one.
Yeah, so no, he was good. Lee Ruswick's obviously a super footballer. Declan Kennedy kicked the opening goal last week. Who else? Tell us a little bit about some other young stars there.
We got young Jake Tobin coming into the side today for his first run in A grade. He's come off a knee injury late last year, and he had a late start to the pre-season, but he's actually quite handy, actually a bit Connor Rosie-like.
First game, only young?
Yeah, first game. He may have played up the grades last year, maybe 1 or 2 games, but his first real game today as a senior footballer.
Excellent. And Asher, you tell us a little bit about, we've obviously, I know a little bit about him, like Mickey Howson, got a bit of speed there. He would play up forward, might be one out, probably play across half forward.
Yeah.
Lockie Elliott's a hard little nut. Josh Waldhardt played at Centrals. Oliver Petra-Hollister's an opportunist up forward. Ash Fry's going to get a lot of the footies.
Silky smooth.
Yeah, he gets about 30 oppositions, chips it around, kicks a lot of 15, 30 metre clinchy. Harry Elbro, now I saw him when he was only 16. He's a gun. He was a ripper. Childsy's a very good player. Isaiah McKenzie, obviously you don't have to say too much. Spent a lot of time at Central Districts. Lee Sutton's a good young player. And Earl, the captain's a ripper, and so is Brandon Riddell. So
pretty strong side today, so hopefully clinch the 4 points. So quite a mix of younger heads and older heads. Don't have a lot in between, so hopefully it's a big year for the books, and hopefully we can back up some wins.
Tell us a little bit about Deacon Davis and Kurt Sizer and Zach East, and don't know much about them. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, sure can. Zach East is a big key forward. Got dropped to the Resis last week off of a knee injury the week before. Kicked 3 in the reserves and got straight back in. Kurt Sizer is a big ruckman for us, so he's been up forward. They call him K. Absolutely love him. And Deacon Davis is a Mickey Howson type player as well. Quite quick up forward. Loves to run in through the middle every now and then. Yeah, he's a superstar as well in the making.
Okay, so excellent. One lad I saw at 16 years of age, and I was at Willaston when he played his first game, was Harry Elbroy, and we thought he was going to be a star, and he's tracking along nicely.
Yeah, reigning BNF last year, tied with Michael Clinch, has been going quite well, running through the midfield. Tried to have a stint, try to get back into the SNFL level, and decided to come back this year. So
he's only 21.
He's very young. I'm not 100% on the age, but he'd be around there.
Yeah, because he was 16 when he made his debut for us, and he was still going to school at Trinity, I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Trinity South he went to.
Yeah, so we got him from school, and he was going to be a gun then. He just took it all on his stride, even in his first game of footy. So. And we're just about to kick off, and I will leave this with you, Michael. Just tell us who's in the ruck. And
so we've got big Lukey Hadge there in number 19,
yep.
And we've got Declan Kennedy, Ryan Watson, and Ethan Gann. Ethan's been having a ripper year so far. He's one to watch.
Who's in the ruck there for Willaston?
We got K-Rod, Kurt Rodis, Harry Elbro, Tyson Earlham, and Isaiah McKenzie.
And away we go. Take us away. You can lead us there, Asher.
So, Barossa get the clearance. Max Fraser's applied a pressure, and we've got a forward stoppage already for Barossa in their forward half. Kurt pushing down. We've got another ruck set up. Barossa got a couple behind the footy. Hinchy's out and about, running off. He's had a kick to forward flank. Connors has got the mark and the back half-back flank.
Just on the outer side here at the Willaston Oval, Williamstown Oval, sorry. Just a little chip kick, and here we go with Frizy, and he's at the longer kick, great kick. Finds Mackenzie.
Is Mackenzie with a bit of foot candy there?
Good work. Who's that?
That's Lockie Elliott. That is
Lockie.
With the massive mullet now.
Oh, yeah, he's got the big mullet, hasn't he?
Yeah, Tyson Erling with the footy in the middle of the ground at the moment.
Barossa still haven't had a touch there, Mark.
Oh, yeah, you missed Ethan Gant's centre clearance, mate.
Oh, sorry.
We've also got Darren Sharp coming out of retirement for a game or two this year. He played his first game last week against St Under, so
yeah,
it's good to have old Sharpie back.
He hadn't played for a while.
I think he had all of last year off. He played a few games the year before that.
I went into the change rooms last week and they said he was making his comeback. So
we're looking forward to the day when we get to see his young son and him pull on a Guernsey together. We'd love to see that out here.
They said that he's not good on the track.
Darren, actually, he's trained twice in the last 2 weeks, which is probably better than I've seen in the last 10 years.
They said he wasn't a good track worker, so that was something that came back to us. So, yeah. Ball on that far side there at half-forward flank, going to the Willaston end, or the Willaston scoring end.
Harry out the middle there as well. To Waldhunter, falls short. Ball's located at Willaston centre half forward currently. And Barossa have got a mark in their defensive half.
Which is the scoring end here, Michael, do you think?
I reckon probably a swimming pool end today. It's not overly breezy, but there is a bit of a breeze about.
Out in the full. True centre wing position here at Williamstown Oval.
Lee Sutton with his long, lovely left foot. To a massive pack. Who's at the back?
Get rushed through behind. First score of the game on the Burge Barossa scoreboard, so it's a point to Willaston. Burge Barossa, the scoreboard sponsor and the major partner of the Barossa League.
Lovely foot skills by Rizza there to Hayden Trainer. Up to Sharpie.
Great kick, wasn't it?
Ooh. Ollie sat underneath it, and Barossa at the back maybe.
2 on 1.
2 on 1. Ball's been rushed over.
Through. Smart play there from the Willaston defender.
Quick kick to Corey Smith on the wing. New to the Willaston Football Club this year, to his best mate Ollie Petroholis. Gets the footy back again and being switched to the centre half back where Max Fraser switches it to the other wing.
They're working the angles, aren't they? They're Willaston. They're kicking at 45s and, so, yeah, a lot of switching.
Some of the things that Jars has gone through over the pre-season. He's gone through, a very complex game plan come in, and there's a lot of things that the boys have had to learn.
Lovely crumb there by Ryan Watson. Sends it forward. Jake Tobin.
First goal.
Yes, Tobes.
What
well
a
done.
good goal.
Well done. And he's in his first game of footy.
Yeah, it's his
first A-grade game.
First A-grade game this year. Just a short pre-season, limited pre-season with a knee injury. So he looks the goods. He took a great grab last week at Tanunda in the twos, and it was time to bring him up.
So this is his first A-grade game?
I think it's his first this year, definitely. He may have played one as an underage last year.
Okay, so it might have been his first kick in senior football goal. So we go to the Burge Barossa scoreboard. It's Barossa District's 117 and Willaston are a point.
Ball being tossed up in the middle again. K-Rod wins it out the middle. Barossa's pressure in the midfield's been elite so far, dominating the midfield.
Willaston don't look as switched on as I thought they might be.
No, normally a quicker team and get out the midfield, and that's how we score a lot of our goals. But so far, Barossa have been all over.
What happened a few weeks ago? You guys rolled Gawler Centrals, and then Kapunda got yours. What happened there?
Played very well against Gawler Centrals, obviously, and secured a good win. But just the week after, it was not a one to remember. It wasn't our best game, and Kapunda were just a pretty strong side, to be honest, on the day, and we're the better team all day. Just lost.
Good little head-up kick there, and we're going to see Tyson Earlham lining up from the true centre half forward position, around about 40, kicking from about 45, straight out from goal. To the northern end of well, no, that's the southern end, isn't it? Here at
Willaston, yeah. To equal the scores, hopefully. Misses it to the right.
Slightly offline, so it's a couple of points on the Barossa scoreboard to Williamstown, to Willaston, and Barossa districts 1-1.
So Lee Riswick to bring it back in.
Lovely right foot he's got. Superstar.
200 West NFL games at North Adelaide.
He actually played at Brisbane when they had their best years, those early 2000s.
Premierships, yeah.
Yeah, just missed out on finals time. He did his driver, and that was it for his chances of playing in a flag up there. But he did it when they were at their strongest.
How many AFL games did he play?
I think it was maybe 5 or so. I'm not 100% sure on that.
So he played under Lee Matthews, so he
Yep.
would have learned a lot.
Very good coach over that period of time. Ball's been hacked forward. Sharpie's on the run again. Oh. Sharpie's through on goal. He socketed it.
That's a good little flick back there from
That's Hayden Trainer. Yeah, normally full back, but we've moved him up forward this year due to having no super big men available.
Yeah, I thought I've always used to seeing him down the back half. Thought I noticed that. He's been at Barossa for a while now, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah, he's played his whole career. He was down at Centrals for a little bit there in the mid-teens in the 2000s there.
And it's players like that you've got to call upon when you've got the younger side too. You know, they've got to, willing to move outside their comfort zone sometimes. So.
Young Isaac Werner there.
Beautiful mark. Childs, isn't it?
No, it was Michael Clinch.
Clinchy.
Off half back. Rizzer again. Great kick.
Jared Trainer.
Kickable distance, you reckon?
Jared's got this in his legs, and he's probably got the accuracy too. He's a beautiful kick of the footy.
Kicking right on 50, might be 51 when he kicks. It's going to be a good kick. He thinks he can get it. He's having a deliberate shot.
Gotten onto it. Oh, lovely leg. Just fallen short.
Just on the goal line. Bloody good kick though, wouldn't it? It was a ripper.
Yeah, if we get a few more like that, I think Jared will get him across the line next time.
Yeah, just another metre he was on.
Childsy out of fullback.
Nice fist there by Nathan Casbolt.
And another stoppage off half back for the Willaston.
Barossa were outmanning Willaston there in their forward half there for a while. Willaston getting a little bit caught out there with numbers. Now they've all manned up.
Ollie Petrohollis out the back. Ball spills to ground on the wing. And
a bit of a journeyman, Oliver. He started at Athelston, bit of time at Norwood.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. He spent a bit of a time at
Gazer.
Yeah, Gazer as well. With Jars. Come across with him.
Yeah, I first saw him at Athelston. In fact, I used to play cricket against his father, Paul.
Very classy footballer he is, though. He's got on the scoreboard each week so far. Here he is, speaking of the man.
No, he looks so good. Did you stay out late tonight?
Hausen.
Great tackle there by Ethan Gant.
Willaston do not look switched on though.
No, they don't at all. Do not at all. Especially after the game they had last week.
Maybe they saw the scoreboard last week, they thought, we're home and, they're not playing good footy at the moment. Jars might give them a rocket at quarter time.
He sure will. Saw one of those a couple of weeks.
Petra Hollis.
Aims for the pocket to Josh Walthunter, who takes a mark and
difficult to score from out there.
It's very difficult. Looks to be looking inside.
And the wind's blowing it away too, so probably even harder.
Yeah, it's quite tough, that pocket out there.
The Caravan Cabins end of the oval.
Centres it to Ash Fry, who will have a shot.
I see Brooksy over there. Is he having a game this year or is he retired?
Nah, Maffa had his 250th at the start of the year, round 1. He went down with a knock to the knee last week, so not sure what's wrong with him, but he's obviously out for a bit of time, suppose.
Very good player is Brooksy, isn't he?
Very good. Always reliable down back.
And well done to Frazee. He's a super footballer as well, so that's a very, very good goal from Ash Fry.
Equals the scores.
1 goal, 2 apiece here on the Burge Barossa scoreboard. What I can say for the first time ever is the beautiful Williamstown Oval. Only because every other time I've been here it's been wet and raining, but it's superb.
You haven't seen it wet here yet. Wait until it's half a foot deep all the way around this club room side.
I've heard that, yes.
When it's at its best, it's a great oval. When it's at its worst,
It's actually a lot better than most people give it credit for. We haven't really had any of those really bad winters for a long time, so it's been a good, 2013, I think maybe the last time we had a decent Williamstown that was just, ankle deep mud all the way around.
I was here preliminary final day 2019 when we were broadcasting that.
Oh, that was a terrible day, actually.
And that was horrific. And that was the last time I was here. Yeah. And I had frost burn all over me that day.
Narzo runs into an open goal, getting out the back, takes a bounce and strolls in.
And it's a typical Mickey Howson goal, wasn't it? He just moves out the back and just too quick and runs into an open goal. So
how can he kick that straight into the goal umpire there?
What's his history? Did he have time down at Centrals or anybody
Kilburn
else?
Come from Kilburn.
I don't think he ever played at the league club, did he?
He's played at Kilburn most of his career, went to Willaston, back to Kilburn, now back to Willaston. So
he's elite. I remember playing a few years ago against him. He was on the wing, and you just couldn't stop the guy. His running capacity is sensational, and his accuracy at goal is unbelievable.
He used to play at Kilburn with the guy who won the medal out here last year from Gawler Central, the Charlie.
Oh, Charlie, yeah.
And I didn't worry, and when we were coaching against Kilburn, I never tagged Charlie, I used to tag Howson. And we used to put Tommy Oates on him, who stopped him every time, and it used to frustrate the living bejesus out of him. So.
He can get very cranky.
He does.
He does
but
get
yeah,
very cranky.
everyone expected it to go to Molyneux, but we didn't. We used to go to Howson.
So he doesn't like a hard tag, you're saying?
No, not at all.
We'll take notes for next time.
Dylan Coleman to Sharp. Oh,
Fell through his hands. Tobin out the back again, spins out of a tackle.
Jared Traynor.
He's got it.
He's goaled it.
Well done to Jared Traynor. That's a very, very good goal.
He knows his way around the footy, so expect to see a few more of those if we get enough supply.
Yeah, no, I just believe that Howson had the ability to ignite Kilburn with his speed and things like that. And yeah, we went to him, which was different because everyone else went to Molyneux. And that seemed to shut Kilburn down, not getting his speed and drive and run.
Yeah, I don't know how you actually come up against a side that's got those two in it.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Well, I mean, they did make the 5. Yeah, so it was a fairly tough comp.
Was it? Didn't he make the 5 for finals, having those two in their team?
No, I think they actually were relegated.
Oh, wow.
We actually won the premiership that year at Portland, but they're struggling now, Portland. So every team has its ups and downs.
Yeah. It's been a pretty even hit out between Kurt and Hadju in the ruck so far.
And another Barossa favourite, he was going to actually coach Portland last year, is Matt Stelzner.
Yes, he did, and he was actually, I heard he wasn't too happy when they decided not to play in the COVID year, and I'm not really sure what he's doing at the moment, but he's just another good old Barossa District's hard footballer.
Yeah, theirs was a little bit, I know a fair few people at Portland, and they had a lot of their older type members as volunteers, and they were worried about the COVID situation with their older people, so they were more worried about the health of their people as opposed to the football side of it. So.
Jamie Clark just slipped up a bit there and gave away a high free kick to Hayden Trainer, who's having a shot from maybe, 48 you'd say probably? Oh, kick it straight to the man on the mark. And Ryan Watson's out.
You're not sure what's going on there with Hayden. He had his buck show on Sunday, so maybe he's feeling a few ill effects after that.
Stoppage in Barossa's forward half. Ball gets thrown up. Harry wins it out the middle and gives it to Lockie Elliott, and the ball's away.
Big Lukey Hadj to Declan Kennedy on the wing.
Ball's going to get tossed in at Willaston's half-back flank.
Take it away, guys.
Woolhutter there going to Lee Riswick.
Riswick dominating the game so far, been very good. So how long are you out for, Michael?
I'm hoping to get back next week for our Freeling game, because we really need to, hopefully we can knock those guys off, and hopefully we can knock you guys off today.
Go back-to-back wins.
That would be nice.
Ball's hacked out the middle by Ollie Petroholis, and Tyson runs on it. Hooks around on his left foot to a race between Corey Smith and Lee Riswick. Comes off best.
Nathan Casbolt inside to Julian. Great story here about Julian. He debuted this year in the A grade for the first time at 39 years old. Our reserves best and fairest from last year.
At 39, debuted in the A grade.
Wow.
Yeah. His aerial ability to read the ball off the halfback and deep back is unbelievable. And
Julian Stone.
Yeah. He actually didn't play footy for about 20 years and came back, I think it was 2018 and 2019. He's progressed and got his body right and playing some really terrific footy.
I don't think I've ever heard of anyone making their debut at 39.
Yes, does sound ridiculous.
Have you honestly ever heard of anyone else making their debut at 39?
I don't know if it was his debut. There was a fella playing at Gawler Centrals last year or the year before who was playing with his son. I can't remember the name, but he'd been playing a lot of resis, and then they came up to play together as a father-son combo in the A grade. That was when they were down the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jake Tobin lining up for his second.
Yeah, but I mean, this is not for any great reason. He's actually just making his debut because he's good enough to make the side.
Jamie Clark kicks it out of half-back. Shocking leg to Ollie Petroholis. Comes off a right.
There's that switch again. They're switching a lot and coming with the 45s, but they're not
getting past the full
No,
half,
it's just a lacklustre performance so far from Willaston.
Here's a chance. Josh Waldhunter's out the back. 1-on-1. He loves those.
He's not going anywhere, though. Good tackle there from the Barossa District.
Chucks it on his boot.
Touched
on the line. Wow.
That was a great snap, though.
Yes. With a man on his back.
Lee Riswick brings it into Ethan Gant.
Where does Lee normally play for you guys? He's normally on the ball, isn't he? Or plays everywhere.
He basically plays everywhere. He would be best probably suited to play up forward, I reckon, if we had a couple more decent midfielders to bolster the midfield group and just unleash him, because he is so fast. 1-2 steps and he's at his top speed, and he's just away. He's so evasive as well. 35 years old as well.
Yeah,
And still
still up there.
elite in the leg speed.
Who's got the footy now?
This is young Hoppo, under 16 years old, playing his first A-grade game.
He didn't play in the 17s today, did he? No.
No, we've made the decision to only play one game and not try to play across two, just to save the young fella's legs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Good idea.
The young Hoppos come from Birdwood last year, and I believe they don't have juniors over there anymore, so the Hills juniors all have to go to either Lobethal or find somewhere else to play. Same with that young fella, Joshy Newman. He's also from Forreston Way, and he previously played at Lobethal, and he's come over here the last few years to have a game.
Yeah, played with Joshy down at Centrals at the moment. He's down at Centrals 18s, I believe.
Yeah, he's trying to get into the overage category, I believe.
Okay, yep.
Good kick. Hitting up targets. They just look a lot more composed this week too, Barossa. Last week, I think they were a bit overawed by the Tanunda, but maybe being back home, familiar, maybe not the bigger names of Tanunda, they just look more composed.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that in it, but too also that the younger guys are getting more time to adjust to how to play senior footy. So the more exposure they get, the better they're going to be.
They're going to be, but so far there's been a big difference between last week and this.
Yeah, well, Tanunda started strong last week, and it's easy to put everybody on the back foot from the get-go. So,
well, Westhoff kicked a goal inside 30 seconds last week, so it just made it difficult. They're always behind the 8 ball, weren't they?
Ball's being tossed up right in front of us here. Burgess hit it to the boundary to the quick Deacon Davis, who's hacked it forward. Another boundary throw in around the wing.
Willaston just held that 1 point advantage on the Barossa scoreboard, so it's 2-3 to 2-2.
It does feel like Barossa are all over them, though.
Yeah, it
It does feel like Barossa have dominated the game.
I wouldn't have thought Jars is going to be too distressed yet, but he wouldn't be happy with how they're playing.
Wally flies high, brings the foot to the ground. Rizza off again, like he always is, through the midfield. Gets it again. Wally's chased him, gives it straight to Ash Fry, and the footy's hacked forward, back to the wing.
Jake Tobin out there at half-forward flank.
Mongrel forward to
Sharp.
Sharpie. Keeps the footy alive. Adam Conley tucks inside, gives it to Dylan Vittnell, who hacks it forward. It's around the middle of the ground to Mickey Housen.
Good mark.
Great grab there by Bray McConnell, our captain.
Great mark.
He had the unfortunate job of lining up on Westhoff last week. He played on him all day, and hats off to him for sticking to his guns. Tough task.
And you could tell last week he took that responsibility of going to Westhoff, didn't he? You know, like...
Great grab there by Dylan Coleman, sends it forward.
Isaac Werner ends up on the end of it.
He's another good story, straight out of under-17s last year. We weren't sure where he was going to fit in. He plays cricket, a high-grade cricket as well, and we sort of got him at the end of pre-season. And we played a trial game up at Waikerie, and he actually carved up Waikerie with the big open spaces. So he's really earned his spots, and he's actually playing quite well.
Plays down at Northern Jets, doesn't he? Oh, come off the side of the boat to top of the square. And Sharpie's ended up with it again.
Yeah, I believe both him and big Lukey Hadju both play cricket downtown, and I think Lukey might play for Woodville possibly. And,
Okay.
We've got Jack Charles here having a shot from about 51 or 52 metres out.
Couldn't see Luke Hadji being very good at cricket though, of how tall he is. Bowler.
Yeah, he's a bowler.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've heard of Werner. I'm a life member at Port Adelaide, but yeah, I've heard of Werner, but I hadn't heard of Hadji playing cricket.
on the siren, had a shot.
It's a point.
It's a point.
So we're going to go to quarter time on the Burge Barossa scoreboard. It's going to be 2-3 apiece here at lovely Williamstown Oval, and the breeze is just picking up a little bit.
Yeah, not totally sure if it's favouring any one end at the moment. It seems to be coming across, but they could just be the position that we're seated in at the moment.
It'd be interesting to see what Jars is going to be saying out there. Nice to be a fly on the wall.
Do we have a mobile mic?
We will
Roaming
do.
BT.
Yeah. It'd be very interesting. How about Harry? How about Asher? Go out and have a little listen, just to see what Jars says, to see if he gives him a rocker.
Awesome. I'll be back in a sec.
One thing that always, and I notice this a lot, and coaching, and it's strange to see Jarman, like AFL, SNFL, when I was assistant coach for 20 years, we always sat down in a chair. But always in country footy, they're always standing up. I wonder why.
Look, I think it's the excitement. You kind of want to be out there. It's hard to watch. You get drawn into it. Country footy, you know, it's a bit more vocal. It's a little bit different to town. I suppose you get a bit more of a crowd at the country games, and everyone's cars here. It's a bit built up. There's a bit more atmosphere.
Yeah, it's just it's a very odd. Even when we're at Willaston Hocker, I used to sit down and, you know, it's always struck me out here, everyone stands up in the coaching.
I remember back in the day when Newry were a powerhouse in the mid '90s. Their actual coach used to coach from the opposite side of the ground.
His reasons for that were?
I don't know. I think he just wanted to get away from all the hype and all the mouths behind the coaches' boxes there, and do his own thing and let him be comfortable and make decisions and have a calm mind. But
I think the guys I started working with, Tony Roach and Steve O'Connor, back when I first did it, they always said, when you're sitting down, you're a little bit more measured. You tend to think a bit clearer. You're not taking things, you're not taking the crowd. Don't talk to the crowd. You know, that sort of thing. You often see coaches interact with the crowd.
yeah,
It was no need for that.
yeah. Well, I find here at Barossa, a lot of the opposition teams actually, their supporters gather up behind the box, and it can be probably quite loud and frustrating, probably for the coaches to kind of make clear decisions when there's so much noise and hype behind you.
I think in the end you just tuned out from it. You didn't. I think maybe the first couple of years I might have, did something and said something, but in the end there's no point saying anything to the crowd because.
You need your mind to be out on the field and not to what's going on the sidelines.
Yeah, you're not going to get any friends arguing with the crowd or anything like that. So yeah, it's always just been one of those funny things that you notice in country footy. So how did you see that first quarter? Personally, I just think Barossa was outstanding. I probably didn't expect that after seeing last week. It's like poles apart.
I think, Barossa seemed to be a lot more switched on, a lot more prepared to go with the man and not give their opposition player the space to run around and do what they need to. And then when we have transitioned, we've actually been a little bit more confident in our skills, and the ball's been clean and it's been delivered, and we've had a few good runs, whereas previously we've kind of fumbled a little bit and spilled the ball out, and then it's been picked up by the opposition and away they go. So I think, to me, it comes down a little bit. We've been cleaner, so it's denied Willaston having the chance to attack when we've got the ball.
I don't know if it was just me or others who are here, but I must admit I come here thinking, Willaston might be 5 or 6 up at quarter time. I hope that Barossa are able to limit the damage. You know, after last week, that was what I was probably thinking.
Yeah, well, there was some discussion about doing something like that, and it all comes down to keeping the guys focused on the task at hand, and for Barossa, it's about winning the ball and being clean with the ball. So if we can do that, we can match anybody. But if you can't get your hands on the ball, then you're going to have to go and do something else, and that might be flooding back.
Hey, whatever they're doing is working well today. And come on, Asher, you can tell us what happened. What did you say?
I'm back. Jars wasn't too happy, but wasn't too scared, obviously. Quite a cool head. He was more focused on playing the brand of footy we normally play, but being too cute with the footy, obviously. And I noticed that we're losing the game in the midfield at the moment.
Yep.
Barossa all over us. Got to win the footy at the middle. Yeah, not too happy. So, being too cute with the ball, and he's obviously mentioned Rizwa, but not aiming for Rizwick. Yep. But not aiming for a tag so far just yet. Just keeping an eye out on him.
Do you think that Willaston have come with their minds on the job?
Well, they do seem a bit asleep, I will mention that, but they're obviously not playing their worst brand of footy. Against Kapunda was pretty horrific that other week, so hopefully they can bounce back.
Jekyll and Hyde need to be switching on, so we'll find out this quarter.
Great tackle there by Nathan Casbolt. Ball spills out.
Isaiah McKenzie kicks it in deep. Big fly. Ollie Petroholis takes a massive grab.
Well, the first couple of minutes here have all been Willaston, so, if they get that first goal, maybe they will get that run. Good grab from Petroholis.
Hopefully he can go back and slot this one and keep his constant weeks of goals running.
Looks like he's got a little bit of a breeze to kick into.
Looks a lot stronger than the last time I saw him play too. He's bigger in the body. Saw him a few years ago, he didn't have that same strength.
How old is he?
Oh, I'd say be mid-20s, young 20s, he'd be in between there.
22, I would have thought.
Yeah. Go back and slotted it.
Yeah, good kick. I think the last time I saw him, he was at Athelston and playing out of the forward pocket. He had good skills, Silky, but he didn't have the same strength as he's got now, and that was good clunk, that one.
Yeah, he has been running a bit of time through the midfield as well, so I obviously think he's probably grabbed that from being under Jars for a couple of years now. One thing Jars has probably told him to do, get in the gym. He likes to tell a lot of the boys that.
How do you find Jars on a Tuesday, Thursday night? Is he really vocal, or he's calm and relaxed?
He can be really vocal in ways. It's probably more of a good thing to try get, because he tries to get us young juniors mixed in with the 17s, as we all follow the same sort of structure and game plan and everything, so we can follow through and know what we're going with.
That's good.
Yeah, he's been good for the club so far, and we're getting the results so far. Hopefully we go through on one and try to stick ourselves up right up the top with the stronger sides like Tanunda and stuff like that.
We have got a score from the Angaston Oval, and Angaston kicking with the breeze in the opening term, and it's 5 goals straight to the Angaston Football Club. Tanunda a 3-2. So same scoring shot, so very, very even there. Angaston had the breeze, maybe Tanunda just slightly in front. Yeah, so that's going to be a cracking game.
That would be a very good game to watch.
I was actually surprised that this was the game, the live commentary game, and not that one.
I think but the clubs, what people don't understand is the clubs actually choose this before the season, back in early March. So it's actually left to the clubs.
Okay.
So they all get 2 home games each.
Yep.
So they choose the games.
They choose the games. So it's to when they want their home games to be and all that. So it's not the league's direction. It's not ours. It's actually the club. So.
Yep.
Harry Elbow chips it across to Izzy McKenzie in the pocket. Drops the mark. Fumbles. In trouble here. Gets pinned holding the ball, and who's that? Was Isaac Werner.
Great tackle.
What I do find out here, which is really good, is that the league...
And 50.
Yeah, 25 away given.
Yeah.
Has a shot dead in front.
Is the league actually let the clubs decide rather than them make the decision? I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, very even comp sort of thing. A lot of the A-grade teams have been quite even. That's sort of things like
I mean, if you see something like some of the league, some of the competitions, they're a bit dictatorial, some administrators, but out here I think they're pretty level-headed and they give the clubs a say.
Yeah, a good say, and what they do is they allow people to, the league or clubs to make the decisions what's best interest for each club rather than being governed by another.
Dictators.
Yes, exactly.
And that was Werner kicking that goal,
That was Isaac Werner.
Yeah, so...
Running water show.
Both kicking a goal in this opening term. So we've seen one to Petroholis, one to Werner, and 3-3 apiece on the Burge Barossa scoreboard.
Kurt Rodis and Luke Hadji jump up again. Rodis coming out best in that one. Izzy comes straight out with the clearance.
Mickey Howson there. He's trying to get out the back door, but he couldn't.
Well defended by Barossa. They're under pressure still, though.
Good little out, though. Good little switch kick. And they're going to come back here on the clubroom side of the ground.
Lovely kick by Riswick.
See, last week they weren't this composed, and now they're really composed in trying to come out.
He never seems to make a mistake, Riswick, doesn't he?
He's just clean. I think that's the difference between playing 200 league games and playing...
AFL footy, there's a big, big difference.
Werner's kicked it straight to the man of the mark, and Zach East is chasing him.
Stacks on the mill, and we're going to have another ball up.
Contest here at Willaston's half-forward flank. Rhoda slaps it forward. Tyson Allen finds himself out. Isaiah McKenzie ducks inside. And he's hit the post.
It's a huge get for Willaston to have him back in their side this year.
Yes, very good get. He's been very good. Won the medal last week against South Gawler. Hopefully he can back it up again and get on the score sheet. I think he ended up with 4 last week, 4 goals.
Nice. Casbolt to Joshy Newman here. Back flank for Barossa District.
Contest on the wing. Jack Charles seems to have tackled Michael Clinch. Who's that sitting under it? Well, good contest.
Did not realise. I just wanted to feature on camera.
Good mark.
Very good mark from the reliable Sean Childs.
I was talking to someone before the game here. I won't say who I was talking to, but they said, your tip for today? And I said, and I'll be honest, I said, Willaston about 90 points. That's what I said.
Wow.
And
isn't shaping out like that?
yeah, I'm going to be horribly off. You know, you have to admit your mistakes, and I actually said that. And yeah, I think that was on the back of just last week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like watching last week. So.
Yeah, well, we actually haven't seen where everybody sits in the table yet. It's a little bit hard to tell who's going to be where.
Oh, Riswick's out and about again on the wing.
No, I just knew that Willaston had 2 and 1, were looking pretty good, and was hearing good things coming out of the Donnybrook. So yeah, but so far Barossa are playing superbly.
Ball's been kicked out into space in the pocket for Darren Sharp to run onto. Jamie Clark gets a free kick out in the back flank. Michael Klink's got the footy at centre half back.
Frizy again. It'll be a chip kick. It won't be more than 30, I wouldn't have thought.
Looks like he's winding up for one.
No, it wouldn't be more than 30.
No, bang on, I'd say. Suts will go to kick at 60 metres like he always does. No, it's gone lower.
Good hit up kick.
He's a very good kick, Suts. Gone for home.
And got it.
Deacon Davis has slotted it.
Who got that one?
That was Deacon Davis.
That was a very good goal.
They seem to keep going 1 for 1 here.
Yeah. It's, knock them down, get back up again, and the other team goes. So tell us a bit about Deacon.
Bit about Deacon. Deacon was a part of the 17s flag a couple of years ago for the Willaston Football Club, and was in and out of the A-grade side that year. Played a lot of A-grade last year, and solidified his spot now. And
yeah, he looked very clean there, very clean, and very confident there, just to set sail from 50.
That. Yeah.
Go to the Burge Barossa scoreboard. We've got Willaston a 4-4, Barossa District 3-3. So in a very tight game, but Barossa have been very good so far.
Lee Riswick again out the middle. How good is he? He'd be my best on ground so far.
Fry just putting on a new jumper there, so must have got ripped. Still got the tag out.
Something's flapping out the back.
Yeah, he just put a new jumper on. So.
Big contest flies. Ollie Petrohollis front and square out the back, Mickey Housen.
Housen was looking, good goal.
Josh Walhunter gets the lucky bounce and sluts it through.
That's the first time we've seen a 2-goal break in the game, though.
It is.
So Willaston out 13 points now, but the breeze has picked up a little bit, hasn't it?
It has
So
picked
which
up
way is
again.
it going? It's
It feels like it's
heading
pushing
us.
towards the caravan park end a little bit.
It's coming
It's like a diagonal across the ground.
towards the club rooms.
You look at the gum trees behind the cabins there, it looks like it's travelling towards them, and then you look over here, it feels like it's coming towards us, so
Yeah.
it's very hard to judge.
Sun's starting to show now behind the clouds.
Jars will be a bit happier now just seeing that 13-point margin.
You'd hope so. Great tackle by Hayden Moss.
Clearance there by Declan Kennedy.
Rare fumble from Michael Clinch there. Puts Willaston under
Good pressure from the
trouble.
Dogs.
Very good pressure. And a stoppage at centre half forward for Barossa.
I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. If you see A1 footy in the city, whilst the standard's great, the umpiring is bloody awful. Out here, the umpiring is fantastic.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
They let the game go.
yeah. Well, probably a few different opinions there, but it is a bit different every league you go to. I've watched a bit of northeastern footy, and they're a little bit behind. I think we're a lot better than them in terms of our umpiring, but then again, you can have an umpire one week that you're pretty confident in, and the next week you get somebody else who you're not. Yeah, it can be a bit how you going.
Yeah, it's
I
hit and miss.
come out here and I haven't got a side, I haven't got a club.
Yeah.
I just come out here with an unbiased perspective. And if you have a look at one in the city, they just watch too much AFL footy, and there's red cards and yellow cards, and there's a whistle blown every 30 seconds, and it's just awful. But out here, they let the game go. They don't try to.
That is the good thing about the BLG footy is they do let it go. Sometimes they are a little bit slow to react on when there is an incident, and that can be frustrating as a player, especially when you're trying to protect younger, smaller players.
Yeah, I just think, as a spectacle, you don't want the game being over-umpired.
Yeah.
I'm not saying in that respect. I'm saying when there's physical altercations, sometimes the umpire needs to be a little bit quicker to react, and even just getting the game back going.
One of that happened today in the 17s, I reckon, in the pocket. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I could tend to agree there. The umpire should have just thrown the ball up and got it going.
Yeah, the umpires don't seem to have a lot of me time out here. They don't say me sort of thing. It's not about them. Whereas
there are some really great umpires getting around. Rob Polito, for one, he's great. He actually has a bit of banter with the boys, but he calls it as it is, and everyone respects him for that.
Yeah. No, as I said, I have said for a long time that the umpiring out here is quite good. So.
Sean Childs is out free on the wing here. Got about 20 metres of space. Hacks it forward to Deacon Davis.
It's different if you're a player, I think, or a coach.
Yeah.
You look upon the umpiring differently because it affects you or your team. When you're unbiased or neutral, you just have a different perspective.
Sean Childs with oozle space again. Decides to chip it forward to Sutts.
Oh, don't worry, I've spent 20 years in the coach's box and sat there and not publicly but privately cursed them, But, yeah.
Oh, look, nobody really likes umpires. Let's be honest with you.
No, we don't. We don't. That's why I can't believe I'm saying how good they are.
There's a contest down deep in Willaston's forward 50 again. Down scoreboard end. Oh, what a goal!
That is the goal of that's the goal of the year. I hope you got that, Sam. That is a ripper.
Dribbled it in from the pocket, Tyson Earlham. Late inclusion in as well.
Yeah, late inclusion. He pulled up a bit sore, and he would have spent all week looking at himself in the mirror, Earlham. He would have been, even before today, he would have had the mirror in the change rooms area, he would have been looking at himself.
I feel sorry for his teammates because they're going to hear about that for the next 2 weeks.
How long?
2
Month.
weeks.
Yeah.
Month, you reckon?
Month. But can we please get a snippet of that, Sam? Because I'm sure that I'll get a message tonight from Tyson. Yeah, there is no way knowing that you're right, that I think a month. I can't see just being 2 weeks.
I won't forget that ever, not knowing Tyson.
No, he very keen on himself, young Tyson.
The ball's been tossed up again. Straight to Tyson again. He gives it to Lockie Elliott.
Willaston just starting to get on top in the middle there.
Oh, great sprue. Who was that?
Ray McConnell.
Oh, yep. Mr. Reliable Skipper. Is he had a haircut? Ray.
Yes, this year he's got a teaching gig, so he's got a little bit more respectable.
Got rid of the long surfy hair.
Lockie Elliott does look different with that huge mullet, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. Michael Clinch hasn't got much to kick to on the wing. Just chips it out in front. Which leads to a stoppage.
We had him when he was very young Lockie, but he was a hard little bugger. He liked the physicality.
He's only come back to Willaston this year.
Yeah. We liked him because he kept boring in.
Declan Kennedy with the clearance there. Sent it forward in the Barossa's 50.
Great spoil.
Flynn Pratt. First game for the year. Been doing vintage, so good to have him back.
Vintage as in the grape season.
Yeah. Wines.
Every country league has their different nuances when it comes to playing and when they can and can't. So.
Yeah, it impacts us quite heavily up here with pre-season. You could have anywhere up to 10 players that are doing night shifts and struggle to get to training to get the work into the legs.
I noticed that at Willaston when trial matches, hardly anyone was
Izzy
available.
McKenzie's out on the wing again.
So.
Sorry about that. Luke, cut you off.
No, that's, mate, just take over. There's no right or wrong here, mate.
Back in that same pocket where Tyson kicked a goal. And Harry elbows. As Alex Tyson for goal of the year.
There's two from Harry elbow.
Two from the same pocket.
Oh, this is that's within 5 minutes of one another.
Yep, definitely.
And
which one would you say is better, Luke?
I have to say elbow because
I reckon elbow
because
as
you
well.
can't say Earlham because
Yeah.
no
What do you reckon, Michael?
I think Tyson's probably a little bit harder. You know, he's
don't
dribbled
say
it.
that.
Give him
Please
credit. Give him credit.
I was going to say that, but no, I can't.
I'm not actually sure that one was actually a shot at goal. I think he might have been centering it.
I'm still not going to give it though. I'm still not going to give it because
Harry will say he was going for goal.
Because Ellen will be everywhere tonight. He'll be at the exchange. He'll be everywhere telling people about that. That's one thing I noticed with him. You couldn't get him away from the mirror at my time at
Willaston.
he's flexing the guns and yeah.
Ball's been hacked forward again for Barossa. Flynn Pratt goes up for a hanger. It's in Dogs forward 50. And a stoppage on the half forward flank for Barossa.
We've got two there on the highlights reel though. That is going to that's going to be a ripper.
It's been skied in the air. Massive contest. Lockie goes for it. No one marks it. Another stoppage on the wing.
I think if I can get a couple of cuts of that, we'll put it on our Facebook page, and then we'll try to get voting for the goal of the week and maybe a prize or something, I think.
Ollie hacks it forward on the wing. Wally's out the back, 1v2. fumbles and the ball gets thrown over.
You probably wouldn't see two better goals in a season, not to, but 5 minutes apart in the same spot.
When your luck's running, it's running, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tyson's trying to get another one out the back again.
First time we've heard jars, really.
Probably a bit more chuffed with the score being stretched out a bit.
Just on that Barossa scoreboard, we've got Willaston 7-4, leading Barossa District 3-3, so it has blown out to 27 points.
Relentless pressure from Willaston here. Hat kick from Barossa. Isaac Werner, well done.
Didn't have it.
Didn't have it. Oh!
Oh, might have been a bit
Decision.
stiff there. Lucky Elliott, the recipient of a fairly lucky free, I think. How did you see that, Michael?
A little bit unlucky, I think.
Oh, Fry's had a leg. Top of the square. Another stoppage down deep. Oh, no.
Right back.
That time that was in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of a stiff call, even coming from Willaston's side.
What, holding the ball?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
reckon that was Isaac's footy.
Well, he certainly didn't have time to get rid of it. And I'm a big fan of Lucky Elliott, but yeah.
Nathan Casbolt
Great kick.
to Lucas Watson, the younger brother of Ryan Watson.
Haven't been as reliant today on Ryan Watson as they were last week.
Sharpie flies again.
Real in and under player, Ryan Watson.
Brilliant he was last week. He was one of the best 5 on the ground. He just tried all day long.
He's been so good in this league for a while now, Ryan has.
Unfortunately for Ryan, he seems to cause his own injuries at times. Set him back a little bit, and that's what happened a few weeks ago at Anguston.
What did he do? What happened?
I think he cannoned into Bray McConnell's leg and knocked himself stupid.
Oh, Ollie's got pack at a time and we'll have a shot at goal from about 40 out.
Good work there from
Izzy McKenzie, I think
it
it was.
was Corey Smith. That's the Ollie's best mate. He just talked him in and just said, "You're clear, you're clear." Yeah, so, always nice to know you're not going to wear one on the back of the head. Oliver's lining up 35 metres out on a slight angle, but should not be any difficulty.
I'd back him in. Pretty reliable kick.
Very deliberate.
Oh, come off the side of the boot. I've jinxed him.
Well, he did run off towards the forward pocket.
Josh Newman gathers, sends it to young Tuggers. Adrian Pullman, that is.
Tyson's gone for another. Been stopped on the line by Bray.
That was just a hog, Earlham.
Yeah.
He just saw the goals then and thought, yep, here we go.
Brian McConnell stumped it down to half back. Great grab by Nathan Casbolt.
Nice hit up by Jared Trainer there. Great hit to Lucas Watson.
Struck a couple kicks together here, Barossa.
They've just stalled, haven't they?
Just got to be smart here. They're on in the middle if they use it.
It's Josh Newman.
They got 2 up forward. They got 2
He's
up
going to move
there.
it quick.
Sends
Luke
it out to
Hadji's out.
Hadji. And Riswick's on if he can get to him.
He was the first one on.
I think he's going to go long and direct here.
Rizzo was in the right spots, but he never got the
Sharpie!
Sharpie.
Oh. Hadji brings a foot to the ground.
Good tackle, Hadji.
Great
Well
tackle.
done.
Those Just well done from the big fella getting down some low so low.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's improving out of sight, and I expect to see a lot more than that as the year goes on.
He's very athletic for his size.
He is. He's actually quite skinny, and you kind of get a bit puzzled sometimes how well he can actually move.
What is he, about 6'8"?
Probably would say maybe 6'6". Yeah.
6'6"? I think he might look a bit taller because of the leanness of him.
Yeah. His brother's here running water currently, and his older brother, and he's been starved of an opportunity so far from his younger brother. So I can't wait until he strings a few things together and we get both of them in the ones.
Into the ones. Might be maybe another target up forward.
Possibly.
How tall is Jakey Hadju? A bit shorter than?
He's a little bit shorter. His body's filled out. He's actually in a fantastic condition. He's spent a lot of time the last 2 years just running and getting himself into peak conditioning, and he's just got to work on his around the ground work, and hopefully he'll make that next step in the next few weeks.
Even if you can get him up forward, it's going to straighten his up and have a direct target to goal. But Sharpie's up there, and you said trainers move forward, maybe trainer can move out, and might just add something to it.
Rizza takes the grab there, so if he has a shot, he'll be kicking from about 50.
Definitely in his range.
A huge crowd here today. When I come into the ground, they're all parked on the side of the road.
I actually almost couldn't get a park when I came in.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Does get
great grab there. Who's that? Lucas Watson in the square.
On the siren as well.
Right on. So Lucas Watson's going to be lining up straight in front, so he's going to score this.
You'd hope so. Goes it.
So just quickly at half-time, we'll just quickly go through the scores. It's Willaston who lead on the Barossa scoreboard, and there's 7-4 to Barossa Districts of 4-3. So it's a 19-point margin to Willaston at half-time, but it hasn't been a conclusive first half. They are very, very even first quarter. Willaston just kicked away there a little bit in that second quarter.
Yeah, I think they got on top of Barossa on the midfield there a little bit and had a few more cleaner entries into the forward lines, and that's probably the difference. And then that last half of the quarter, Barossa sort of managed to get a little bit more momentum and built for a couple of
halfback as well.
Yeah, off halfback. Yeah.
And let's be honest, Willaston had two that they've kicked right out of their rear end, haven't they?
Yeah.
If you take that out, then it's
scores all level again.
Yeah, it's not too far.
It's pretty level, and we just go through the goal kickers here on the Barossa scoreboard for Barossa Districts. Jake Tobin, we think in his first game, kicked a goal. Jared Trainer has one, Zach Werner has one, and Lucas Watson has one. For Willaston, all single goal kickers as well. Mickey Howson has one, Josh Walhutter was one, Oliver Petrohollis has one, Mr. Pretty easy one, I thought too. Ash Fry got one. Harry Elbow kicked that ripper in the second quarter. Deacon Davis got one, and we also have to mention that Earlham got one as well, Tyson. But any reminding of that tonight?
Nah, got on top where Jar's one of them two in the midfield and kicked away. So
we're going to have just a small break at half time if you want. And would you like to go over anything? Or
I'm not fast. Whatever everyone else wants to do.
No. I just don't think. Yeah, so I'll let this go.
Yeah.
And welcome back here to the second half at the glorious Williamstown Oval. And I can say that for one of the few times. And normally it's wet, but it's absolutely fantastic today. And we've also got with us today, we've got Asher Passon. He's from the Willaston Football Club. And we've got Michael Baraglia from the Barossa Districts Football Club. So how did you see the first half, gentlemen?
Yeah, first quarter was a very tight one, and Willaston kicked away just a little bit later on in the second quarter there, I'd say. What about you, Michael?
Yeah, it's been a pretty good contest so far. I think Willaston got a couple of lucky goals there, and other than that, it should be pretty square almost.
Here we go. Rucks jump up.
Ethan Gant with the clearance.
burst it out. Jake Tobin's on the end of it again. Got it back again there, Ethan Gant. He's just hacked it forward.
This is where Barossa have got to make their mark. They've got to kick the first couple of goals and get themselves back into the contest.
Oh, Tyson's kicked it straight to Darren Sharp down in defence. Runs into an open goal and slots it.
Who kicked that?
Darren Sharp.
Who kicked it though? Earlham.
Tyson Earlham.
Can we get that one on replay? And
Yeah.
put that one on the highlights.
Put that one
Also
on the
get on
highlights as well,
replay.
yeah. That was a shocker if he kicked the Tys. I wouldn't be too happy with that one.
Yes,
He'll
send an SMS to Jars and get him dragged for that one. I reckon.
He'll conveniently forget about that kick tonight when he's thinking about the first goal.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually Sharpie's first goal for the season, I think. Actually, no, he might have got one last weekend.
He got one last week. I think he got one of two. The other one was Declan Kennedy.
I'm going to get a bit of upgrade.
So this swimming pool end must be the scoring end.
Must be. Doesn't feel like the wind's with it though, is it?
No.
Oh,
It's holding the ball.
Barossa bringing the pressure
Great
this quarter.
tackle there by young Joshy Newman.
They've come out playing this their quarter Barossa districts. Frizy,
Back on his left foot.
as always.
Oh, Poss, what a great grab there, Nathan Casbolt.
He's been good today.
Good little hit-up kick. He'd be looking for Sharp.
Charles sends it long. Oh, it's an
Oh,
ugly kick.
Rizzens in the pocket.
Good try
Throwing deep in
though. Lee
Barossa's
Riswick
forward
just
half.
tried to tap it onto Sharpie there, but went out of bounds.
Probably the story of Barossa District's year a little bit there with just poor execution.
Sharpie was on that lead too, and you could see the opening for it. Gee, the over's in fantastic condition.
Looks lovely down here. Ball's run out by Michael Clinch.
Well, he's one player who, to me, hasn't sort of made an impact as what he normally does. He normally racks up, 10 disposals a quarter, and I think he's been a little bit quiet today.
I say McKenzie hasn't done a lot.
No, he's been quiet as well. A lot of the boys have been quiet. It's probably because Barossa have dominated most of the game in the midfield as well.
Oliver Petroholis has played quite well.
Yeah, Ollie, I'd say Tyson's played quite well. Harry Elbro.
Yeah.
And
Harry's always good.
I'd say Ash Fry's probably the other one that's been
Yeah,
up
he
there.
always racks up a lot of possessions, Ash Fry.
And for Barossa, I'd say Ethan Gant, Riswick.
Riswick.
They'd be definitely the main two in my opinion.
Yeah, and Nathan Casbolt.
And Nathan
had quite a
Casbolt's the other
few.
one, yeah.
Zach East. Good
Massive
kick.
long leg.
There's that 45 angle, those 45-degree angle kicks.
Adam Connolly runs into an open goal and hits the post.
It's twice now, two posters.
Yes. Some very kickable shots.
So we go to the Burge Barossa scoreboard. It's Willaston 7-5, Barossa Districts 5-3. So 14 points. Anyone's game.
Ethan Gant kicks out there and
Straight to
laces out.
Tyson Allen.
Oh, yeah, Tice. I think he got one in the head there as well.
So what's he going to do though? We've seen him kick one out of his rear end, and then we've just seen him lace one out to Sharpie in the goal square. So what are we going to
Complete
do?
opposite way.
He's the captain, isn't he?
Yeah, Tyson Allen's the captain this year. Looks good.
Got it straight over the goal umpire's head.
Kick two today.
Yep, he's the only multiple goal scorer on the oval at the moment.
I reckon he kicked a couple last week as well.
Did he?
Oh, you watched you guys run away.
So he broke the old picket fence of goal kickers. So 2 to Earlham, and that puts him out again to 20 points.
Back to that 1-for-1 again. Ross to get one early, now back to Willaston.
I love how they look so open.
Ball gets tossed up again. Harry to Earlham, to Izzy through the midfield. Hits up Wally on a lead.
Beautiful kick, wasn't it? That's probably the best bit of passage of play all day, actually.
Yes, it would be. Straight out the middle.
It hasn't been a game of a lot of high-class skill, has it, really, so far today? We've seen 2 great goals, but not great passages of play.
To stretch the lead out of just over 4 goals. It's gone back.
Would you have thought there's been a great highlights reel, though, today at all, Michael?
Oh, look, I think it's, for us, I think we've played a lot better and there's been some better sets of play. So from what we've dished up this year, I think it's an improvement. So.
Oh, yeah, no, Barossa have been quite good, yeah.
Sharpie again out the back.
There just hasn't been that free-flowing sort of end-to-end stuff.
Yeah, it's been typical Barossa BLG style pressure football, hasn't it?
Last week we saw some brilliant passages of play. You know, once I kicking 27 goals, you can really understand what I'm saying. And, you know, the ball was laced out and, you know, there was brilliant passages.
Especially when you've got a massive target like Justin Westhoff going down there.
Yeah, it helps a bit.
It wasn't just that last week. I think last week the Tanunda guys really just, you know, that when someone had 1 or 2 metres on their opponent, they still executed that kick and they hit it up and it worked and they were cleaner at that.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Ash Fry gives it wide, gets it back again. And again. He just loves touching the footy, doesn't he? And runs the footy over.
High pressure football there. Wilson had nowhere to go.
Very well defended by Barossa. They've been very good in that behalf today, Barossa. Pressure's been up for them all game. Isaac Werner hacks it forward. Michael Clinch intercepts again.
There he is playing class football as he always does, just sitting back and just reading the play as it comes.
Oh, well done by Jared Trainer. One of them more. Lee Riswick.
Oh, yeah.
Declan Kennedy, great spoil there.
Ash Fry gives it over to Michael Clinch. Massive long leg. Switches a footy to Harry Elbro. Out on the wing. Does a very low kick to Zach East. Puts him under pressure. Oh, and wins the free kick. What was that for? Do you know, Michael?
I think it may have been slightly high.
Mickey Housen goes for home. Kicks it to the right.
She bumped me over and I landed.
Lee Riswick to bring it back in.
This is what his 3rd season here at Barossa.
I love it.
Yeah, he came out with Todd Miles's last year and really made an impact, and luckily enough we've been able to keep him.
I thought he might have headed down to Gould with Miles.
It's a long journey to go from Gore to Gore, so
And does he live in Gawler, does he?
yeah, he lives down in Evanston, I believe, Evanston Park.
There were a few that followed, wasn't there?
Yeah, we lost
Todd Miles.
Milesy Wen and young Damien Nangle and Red's son Oscar Barnett. They went down with him, and then this year Milesy managed to get Magic from Newry and Sammy Dunn, and I think Benny Cummings from Barossa Districts has gone out there last week.
Oh.
So that's one we would have really liked to keep here at Barossa, so we have to work on him for next year.
He's a very good footballer, Cummings.
He's a beast.
Big body. There's quite a few big bodies. I understand why you're saying you've been lacking in height now. There's quite a few that have left there.
And one of the, is it Bobby went down there or?
Magic. Bobby's coaching
he's
over
on the
York somewhere.
Peninsula.
Yeah.
Kimber or Ports? Ports, I think it is. Ports or Cow? Ports, I think. Yeah. Over on the Eastern Air League.
Oh, great grab from Max Fraser there. Come back from a stint at Central Districts. Josh Waldhunter takes a mark. And we'll have a shot at goal.
Too smart.
Sit down. Sit.
Someone was saying it's the warmest May day in 100 years.
Josh Waldhunter slotted that one. Sorry, what did you say, Luke?
Waldhunter got a goal. That's his second. They said it was the hottest May day in 100 years. So, I don't know if that's true, but...
I wouldn't have a clue.
Very odd.
Stretches the lead out to 5 goals now.
If ever it was going to happen to be the first day or two of May, so perhaps it's right.
Lucky for us, we can wear shorts.
Just opening up, isn't it? Set at 28 points now on the Birds Barossa scoreboard, 9-7 to 5-3. It's hard to see Barossa perhaps coming back in the game, but they've been manful and valiant all day.
Still is doable though.
Your coach here at Barossa, I don't know much about him.
Simon Wills, he's actually played pretty much at Barossa his whole senior career. Had a few knee recons. Unfortunately, he missed out on playing in a couple of the flags in the 06-07 era. He came back in 2010 and he rucked for us. He's generally either a centre-half forward or centre-half back.
Yeah.
But loves his footy. He coached our under-17s a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Just generally, coaches tend to have a bit of some sort of a name now where you've heard of them at a SNFL club or an AFL club or something like that.
Yeah, well, Simon was appointed in February, so we kind of got left it a little bit late, kind of lost the target that we were aiming for, and well, we had to sort of hurry up and find someone very late in the season, and Simon was the one who come forward and put his hand up and trying to turn us into.
So it was like a late minute decision.
Yeah. It was. I don't think it was until the start of February before he was actually known. So
hard to build much at that point of the year, isn't it?
Michael Clint with another intercept mark. He's really turned it up this quarter.
A lot of clubs are speaking to coaches in August, sort of thing.
Yeah, well, we apparently had someone pretty much stitched up, and then at the last minute they pulled out, and then it was kind of too late.
Wizard again gets it out to Nathan Casbold, is it?
Yep, to Jared Trainer.
He's played well today as well. Over the top to Isaac Werner.
He's been quite good today, young Werner.
He knows how to run the wing. He's always got time and space, and he's actually a pretty good runner as well. So
somewhere like Willaston Oval would be very handy for him.
With it being such a wide oval.
Oh,
very well.
I think it's the 5th biggest oval in the state.
On out for his second. To the top of the square. Big contest flies. And Izzy McKenzie hacks it off the floor to half back. Great tackle by Dylan Vitnell. Very good tackle.
Just tried to do a bit too much, didn't he?
Fits it.
Oh,
just over the top of Over the top of Harry Elbow there.
Mickey Howson trying to burst through. Little chip. Oh, and just got away with it. Well done.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they're out. They've got an out on the far side.
They use Nathan Casbolt again.
Coming back into the centre of the ground.
With Lockie Young.
They've zoned back well though, Willaston. They've covered all the outs, haven't they?
Josh Newman there.
It's a very good zone they've set up behind the footy, Willaston there. Now they're forced to kick down the line, they're going to go out of bounds.
Isaac went a great pickup. Hacks it forward. Just Willaston outnumber and Michael Kinch breaks away again.
That was a good setup though, how they all zoned back into that hole. Yeah, so it was really good. Is that something Rich Ars has bought?
Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but he'd have some sort of idea.
You could just see how they zoned. They're playing the zone defence there.
He would have some sort of idea or plan on what he'd do defensively.
Clinchy's just done his hamstring there, reaching for that one.
Yeah, it's too.
Oh.
Hammy or stick?
No, it's definitely a
hammy.
hamstring.
He's done.
Yeah, he's gone, yep.
Very quick eye there by Michael. I didn't notice that.
When you've got old hamstrings, you know what one looks like when they go.
Not a pleasant feeling.
Doesn't look like a pleasant feeling.
Done one only.
And you'd only hope to do one, I suppose.
Sorry?
And you'd only hope to do one, I suppose.
Oh, you know about it when it happens. You done one, Mike?
I've done so many, it's not funny.
You can actually hear it go bang, can't you?
I've had quite a few little pops and things over the years. So, in fact, one year I did 11.
Whoa!
My first year I came back from racing dirt bikes. I did 6 in one and 5 in the other. Just little pings. It was just the most frustrating thing ever.
Hamstring wasn't used to it after having a bit of a break.
The quads were just too strong from racing dirt bikes, and the hammies don't get used when you race dirt bikes.
Adam Connolly uses the centre of the ground. Great pick up by Harry Elbro. Poor handle though.
Ethan Gant, pick off.
He's been excellent today.
Yes.
There's again, Barossa outnumbered in the forward lines.
They're just getting back in numbers there, Willaston, aren't they?
And now they're out the back with Corey Smith. Chips kick
Howson,
to Howson, who drops the mark.
No, he tried to climb.
He'll get back on his left though. Did
That's
too much.
ball. Great tackle, Lockie Young. He's starting to rack him up, Lockie Young back there.
And that's what Mickey Howson doesn't like. He doesn't like being pressured. So I'm being truthful.
Lee Riswick brings it in.
Ooh.
What happened there?
3 dogs lining up in the middle
Didn't
there.
look too good there from the Willaston bloke, I don't think.
Casbolt to Flynn Pratt.
Just having a look here, Michael Clinch seems to be getting a rub down and may come back on.
Yeah, I didn't think he did a hamstring when he did it. I thought it was... yeah, I didn't think he did a hamstring.
We'll find out soon, definitely. Sorry about that, Michael.
Oh,
Brandon Rendell's fumbled. Still gets away with it, kicks it out to Kurt Rodas, who drops
Great
the
effort
mark.
there, Lucas Watson.
Which creates a stoppage on Willaston's half-back flank.
That's how it looks.
Packed forward by Deacon Davis.
Great punch there from Julian.
He's played quite well as well. Is this his first year of senior footy?
Yeah, it is. Well, not senior footy, A-grade football.
Yeah. Big contest between Hadju and Burgess. Hadju comes off best there. Barossa seem to have a player behind the footy here. Being Nathan Casbolt at the moment.
Great pressure there. Isaac Werner causes the ball up.
He has been a star today, Isaac.
Yeah, he's definitely in our top 2-3 best players.
On the wing, patrolled it all day. Josh Waldhunter's got the footy with a bit of space. Gives it over the top. Well intercepted by Flynn Pratt there. He's been at both ends of the ground today.
Yeah, he's working hard, Flinny, so see if he can keep going.
Just had Simon Carpenter come through, so to the Vice President. He does a great job out here.
Any special comments there from Simon?
No. He said, "Oh, you've got the great Michael Baraglia on." I said, "Yes."
Izzy McKenzie chips it to Ollie Petrohollis. Just over the top. Nathan Casbolt again.
To Riswick, to Bray McConnell.
Oh, Riswick. Bit of foot candy there.
Just too quick.
Couple bounces and...
Great hit up. Here's JT, Jared Trainer.
Wants Sharpie to lead of the footy.
Dylan Coleman here on the race.
Got out the back there. Sutts just stripped it from him. Kicks it up to Izzy McKenzie. He'll go. Has a bounce. Got all the time in the world. Poor kick. Zach East does enough to create a contest though.
Well done, Adrian Pullman.
Great chase and tackle by Harry Elbro. Been very good today.
Casbolt again to Lockie Young. Adrian Pullman.
Just got it in time.
That was Julian Stone, wasn't it? Yep.
Making amends for his holding the ball there a minute ago.
Long high leg. Burgess, great fist to the ball.
Great crumb by Jack Charles, sends it deep.
Sharpie's on. Ball rolls out. Stoppage in Barossa's forward 50.
Simon Wills has got to be a lot happier today. You know what I mean? Like better endeavour, better passage of play, more systematic, everything, isn't it?
It's a dramatic improvement from last week.
Oh,
so.
just incredibly good. And, you know, you might say, oh, they're getting beaten, they're 29 points, but, well, you've got to start somewhere, and today they've been good. They've been pretty good.
Well done, Joshy Newman. Great pressure, always at it.
Created a contest where it needed to happen.
You know, they aren't going to win the flag, but you can see where that improvement has come.
Yeah, if we can get the same sort of improvement every week, it's just going to go a long way to developing this young list into something that, you know, one day we'll get built into something bigger.
It's 3 or 4 years away, you know, let's be honest, but, you know, the improvement in just 1 week is unbelievable.
Hadju gives it back to Flynn Pratt, who gets it back again. Tyson Allen gets a kick and misses Izzy McKenzie in the centre of the ground. Lockie Young again, well done.
In saying that, I do not think Willaston play well at all. You know, even little ones like that, you expect Earlham to hit
holding
that
the ball.
target.
Well done, Isaac Werner.
Relentless pressure. Sorry, what were you saying, Luke?
You know, Earlham's missed an easy hit-up kick there. You know, you'd expect Earlham to hit up that target, you know, 25, 30 metre little chip kick, and he's, you know, I don't think Willaston will play well.
It's definitely been better than our game against Kapunda, though, I will say that, but it still has been.
It's a bit like Jekyll and Hyde with Willaston is what I'm doing.
Yeah, Josh Bullhunter gets it out the back to Ollie Petrohollis, who'll run into an open goal.
Yes, well done to Oliver, and he becomes our third multiple goal scorer. So we're going to go to the Birds Barossa scoreboard, and it's 10 goals, 8 to Willaston. Barossa District's 5 goals, 3. So, yeah, they've doubled the score, and you know, they're out by that big margin now, 35 points. But you know, Barossa Districts have really pushed them all down.
We'll head back to the middle.
Watto there on the magnets, mate.
What's on there? They've got 2 separate boards.
No, Watto's on.
Oh yeah, Gary Watson.
Can't help himself, can he?
Very good mate of my dad.
Great fella.
Yeah, wonderful fella. He's always, I think he was coaching the under-17s when we were there.
Yes.
He did a great job.
I reckon that was around the age group when they would have won a couple of flags, if I'm not wrong. Or was that a bit before that?
Yeah, no, he was really good.
Reese played in the Rezzies today, his son. He was the first emergency for the A grade, but Tyson come back and took McCready's spot, which puts...
We had a young daughter as well. They used to play netball. They used to help run the water.
Chelsea. Yeah.
She's a bit dirty. She's gone to South apparently. I was
Yes.
talking to him earlier.
Sorry?
And she's gone to move to South Gawler.
Why?
I wouldn't have a clue why.
Why?
Has caused a bit of rivalry in the family.
Okay.
Ollie Petrohollis got a shot on goal.
She was only very young when we were there. She might have been 12 or 13.
Yeah.
He knows I've got multiple.
Lining up for his third Ollie. Very difficult pocket to kick in.
It was her and Connie's daughter used to run the water.
Come here. Wait.
Great crumble, Ollie Riggs. Sends it out to Jake Tobin.
He is very quick. You are correct. Ball gets pushed over by Sean Childs and we'll have a stoppage on the wing.
Ready? Wait. Look, he's been crying. Look. Look. Aww. Hello. It's okay.
Izzy McKenzie at the back. Ball gets rushed over again. Back-to-back stoppages here. Game seems to be slowing up a bit.
Yeah.
Gee, there's not much a young Hadju, is there?
He's doing well. He's given up probably 30 odd kilos here.
Oh, yeah.
As we say that though, he loses that tap, but he has been very good all day.
When he gets up close, you really notice how his frame.
There we are. Close
So we
call.
go to the Birch Barossa scoreboard. We've got Willaston 10-8-68. We've got Barossa Districts 5-3-33. And your thoughts on the game, please, Michael, and also to Asher.
I think so. Probably a little bit slow to react there around some of the contests for Barossa Districts, and Willaston were just too classy and pulled away a little bit. Pressure's still pretty good contest, and hopefully the last quarter can keep this contest going.
Yeah, spot on there, Michael. Barossa just seemed to slip the pedal a bit in the midfield, and Willaston got on top of it. Jars did say the game was to be won in the midfield, which is why we weren't as strong as in the first quarter, but now it seems to have stretched away a bit.
Yes, I think Jarman will be a lot happier.
Yes,
Now-
I would assume so.
I still don't think he's going to be happy with the overall performance today, but I think he'll be a lot happier now knowing he's secured the 2 points.
Yeah.
But, you know, Simon Wills is going to take a lot out of this game as well, you know, in conceding that the huge improvement from last week. You know,
Yeah.
there's been I don't know what percentage mark you put on it, but massive, hasn't it, Michael? You know.
Oh, the pressure from the guys at the ball carrier has been fantastic today, and they've been a lot cleaner too. So being clean goes a long way to winning games because it just sets your players up to know where to be and where to position around the contest.
And people sometimes say it's not all about scoreboard, but it was last week. It was like 26, 27 goals to 2, and it was, but today at 10 to 5, it's a lot more manageable sort of thing. It's.
Oh, look, I think, if there was a couple of plays there where we're a little bit cleaner moving the ball forward, the scoreboard would probably be a little bit closer again. So,
Willaston, I hark back to the one that, we've got Elbro and Earlham kicking two that
goals.
They're just freakish. So they are going to do that again. It's been
has been an interesting test.
I don't think maybe Willaston weren't prepared for what Barossa were going to bring, and
I don't think
has
so.
surprised a few people.
It often happens though, and that's not taking anything away from Barossa. Is that sometimes people hear a lot, and people have heard that Freeling aren't travelling well, so you might turn up to the game and we're going to win, but it doesn't work like that. If you don't bring 100% effort the whole time.
Oh, look, in the past I've been involved in some great victories when we've been at the bottom of the ladder and we've rolled the team that's gone on to win the flag. So it all comes back to what you bring on the day.
The attitude.
And if you're not going to bring it, then there's a high chance you're going to get rolled in this league. So
Very tight competition.
No, I agree with you. As a former player and former coach for all my life, you've seen it so often where you turn up as the favourite and got beaten, or you rocked up as the underdog and won. Just because of effort and what you've brought on the day.
Quick update as well. It seems like Michael Clinch is taking no further part in the game. He's got the ice on the hamstring, so
it must be the hamstring.
Yeah, seems to be sitting out. So hopefully, good news, and wish Michael the best.
You wouldn't want to risk one of your star players like that anyway, even if it is something that's minor.
Not when you've got the 2 points. You've got the 2 points. They're banked. Barossa are not going to. They've kicked 5. They're not going to kick
8 scoring shots to 18. So
they're going to just say
it's a tall ask to level a score. So Willaston, if Barossa were to do anything, Willaston wouldn't be able to kick any score, and Barossa would have to double what they've kicked. So
you'd think that at worst Willaston going to kick 2 goals. Barossa would have to kick 10 to win the game. And that isn't going to happen.
Final words from the Jars. I wonder what they would be going into this last quarter.
And how's the mood been around the club though? Is it still being buoyant?
I'd actually say our club off the field is doing quite well. We're getting a lot more involvement from parents and other family members. More people around. I think the first Thursday night, I think we did 140 meals.
That's unbelievable.
We did have junior presentations for Guernseys as well, but that was, that's a lot of meals to do in one Thursday night. Now we probably, I think the next one we did about 70, so if we can keep above 50 to 70 meals on a Thursday night, your club's in a good position.
I'll be honest, I didn't know anything about the Barossa comp until I went to Willaston as assistant coach with Ika. And Ika said, wait till your first presentation. And I said, why, what's going to happen? I said, just wait. So I got there, and they started off with presentations, and they started off with the netball, like under 8s, and then they had the netball under 9, 10. And this went on for an hour and a quarter before they got to the netball and the wormers, and the place was packed. And then that night I heard they did 200 teas.
Yeah.
In the city, they'd be lucky to do 10 because they do presentations. They're all out there.
Yeah, and that's the difference between country footy in that you get the players to hang around after the game, supporters, put a feed on.
It's more family orientated.
I was shocked. Because in the city, honestly, they do presentations in their middle league club, and that's it. They go, yep, thank you, and they're gone.
Yeah, I think we've had a few players over the years go and play for Rocks, and I believe they would do their presentations down at the Alma. And we, on our away games, we've got a good sponsor in the Lindock Hotel, and we go there for our presentations, which is quite good. And then all our home games, we're obviously here. So
there's been a few times I've actually tried to call into the Portland Footy Club late on. Well, when I say late, I'm talking 8:15 on a Thursday night. Thought I'd call in for a drink, and this place has been shut. Training gone home. They haven't even gone in from you. It's there. I think the people in the Barossa don't know how lucky they are in terms of that community involvement.
We always have some great poker nights on at Thursday night. Bit of chase the ace, keep the boys around.
I can say when we played during the 80s and the 90s, that we would all be there Thursday night till they kicked us out.
Yeah, well, you got to stick around for your teams and
Meals and cards. And we used to play euchre and cribbage, and they're probably games that are not even played now. But the old card nights with the euchre board.
I'm going to be honest, I don't even know some of those games myself.
Cribbages with matchsticks in holes. So.
Start your dad, he'll teach you.
Do you remember playing them, Michael? Cribbage?
I remember watching my dad and my brother battle it out playing crib.
Here we are, ball's been tossed up again. Men back-to-back stoppages here.
Big fist by Casbolt. Out in front of space for Lee Roswick.
Gives it over top to big Jared Trainer, who will roll in and miss just to the left.
I remember going, and quite sadly, he actually just had a leg amputated, big Grenville Dietrich, and played a lot of cricket and footy, and was with him at Kilburn, and he used to sit there and play euchre with Grenville, but he'd love to, you used to play for a drinker point, and he would often get 2 or 3 pints down during the middle of the game, so yeah, loved to be the big fella.
Ethan Gant just being too clean there. Sends it into Jared Trainer.
He's out the back. Great chase down tackle there. Don't know who that was. I think it was Jamie Clark. I think it was Jamie Clark. Yeah, it was, number 30.
I just pressed the brake.
The game has definitely slowed up. There's back-to-back stoppages now.
Yeah. That's when I tend to rabbit on with a few stories when it's just going a bit quiet.
Ash Fry seems to be out the back. Another long left foot kick. Hadju intercepts.
Long kick down the line.
Tyson Ellum out the back. Goes back to Ash Fry. Beautiful user of the football. Oh, mongreled that one.
Yeah, you cursed him there.
Oh, Wally gets through a couple. Gives it over the top to Connors, who fumbles.
Clean up there by Nathan Casbolt. He's been fantastic this afternoon.
Might have jinxed in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
He has been excellent though today, Nathan Casbolt. Probably my best on ground for Barossa, I reckon. Him, Lee Risbick or Werner. Izzy will go up for his first, I think.
What's been fantastic this year is we're getting people from the clubs as the commentators who actually know the players. Do you know what I mean? Who know the ins and outs of their players, and I just think it brings so much more to the commentary.
Is this something new this year?
Yeah, it's new this year. We used to have a team of commentators, but this year we've done it a little bit differently.
Pushes it to the left there.
We're going to get one from each club.
And rotate him through, fair enough. Lee Risbick for about his 50th kick-out of the game.
And everyone, all the volunteers that come on get these gift vouchers from Sandy's on the Marina and things like that. So we just thought it'd be better to get better inside knowledge of the clubs.
Awesome work from Isaac Werner there.
Yeah, great work by the young fellas.
And Ethan Gang gets around Dylan Vicknell and hits up a great kick to Nathan Casbolt.
And it's a bit of fun too. I mean, you just say what you see, and there's no right or wrong.
Give it back to Nathan Casbolt.
It's Dylan Coleman there up on a half-back flank.
Oh, gets around Izzy, gives himself a bit of his own medicine.
Great kick, hits Hayden Trainer. This is where Barossa have been stalling at half forward. Lockie Young.
Been very good today.
He's had a great game, hasn't he? This is his best game for Barossa Districts.
Footy gets to ground and Jamie Clark bounces back on it. Puts it out of bounds.
Do we have any scores from around the grounds?
No, we haven't had any since half time. So.
I do see the Crows not travelling so well today, and looks like Collingwood got rolled by the Gold Coast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Collingwood have not been very good to pass to the start of the AFL season. I thought their list was still, like, very good for competing to play finals this year.
I think they've got a couple of injuries, but yeah, probably lost a classy couple of players and a bit of off-field turmoil's put them back a bit.
Adam Treloar obviously being one. He's been a star for the Bulldogs this year. Gives away 25 metres there.
Who did the Crows have to
Lucas Watson. GWS.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Power have got Brisbane tonight at the Gabba.
They sure do.
That'll be a good game to watch. We've got the 80s night here at Barossa Districts, and I reckon Sam, our cameraman, is all ready to rock and roll.
He's come with a tyre.
I reckon this will be right on Connor's distance. I reckon. I don't think he'll be able to kick this. We'll see if he can prove me wrong.
Dob.
Oh, he's got onto it. Jeez. Fair kick.
Who was that?
Adam Conley.
Got it. That's a big dob.
Didn't think he could kick that far.
Neither did I. That must have been 60 metres. And it's gone through post high.
Yeah.
What do you think Jars is writing in his notebook?
Never know with Jars, to be honest. Some of the information that comes out on Tuesdays can always be bits and bobs. I feel like today has been a real game for the midfielders. Midfielders have got mostly on the score sheet as well, so for both sides.
Yeah, I do feel like they've had to travel up and down the ground, both teams, just to cover the run and the spread of both midfields.
Connors again out the middle. Dylan Vitnell. Great work to Corey Smith, who gets around Zach East with a massive bump, which has put young Isaac Werner on the floor.
He's got back up, which is good.
Sucking in the deep ones, looks to have got him winded. Zach East is a big unit.
Yeah, he's given up twice his body weight there, young Isaac.
Wally goes third man up and hits it deep, but Riswick's there to mop it all up. Ethan Gant, I believe, is that?
That's Dylan Coleman.
Dylan Coleman. To Isaac Werner again. Josh Newman.
Great to see the young fellas all working
Linking
there.
up. Isaac Werner backs his work.
Oh, and he sells some candy.
He's in trouble now. Gets it away though. Hayden Trainer, who tries to get to his brother Jared, and the footy's gone over. Bit of banter between everyone else there. Who has been the leading goal kicker for Barossa so far this season?
Hard to say. Probably Lee or Ethan Gann.
Yeah, okay. So a lot of goals coming through the midfield. Controversial decision there. Does taking a lot of the boys to cooperate with the umpire. Great spot, Harry Elbow. Gives it to the trusty leg in Ash Fry. Tyson Erlam back to Ash Fry, who should go for home. And does. Second for the day.
Can't give Ash Fry that much space.
No, not with the skills that he's got. He's been very good for Willaston as well today.
Is he lining up halfback flank?
Yeah, I believe he has been playing off halfback this year. Normally he runs through the wing and on the ball and up forward, but Jars has liked him off the halfback flank, so that's where he's gone.
We've had a big transformation in the third quarter at Anguston Oval. I'm a bit surprised. It's Anguston 15,999, Tanunda 8,654.
Wow, so Anguston have run away.
Anguston have blown them apart in that third quarter.
Oh, Lockie Young, that's terrific.
Great mark. He's been a star today. Barossa's young dogs are really showing. Lockie Young, Josh Newman, Isaac Werner, all played really well.
Young Hadju.
Hadju as well, yep. Been a force in the ruck. Hasn't really been able to rotate out either. Max Fraser. Kicks it. He's gone for home. He's gone for home. Oh, Wally's tried to let it roll through, but gets touched on the line.
Well done, Ollie Riggs there.
That would have been from 70 out, maybe. That was a big leg.
Poss into Ethan Gann.
That's probably his 50th
Great
touch
kick
for
to
the game.
Jared Trainer. Really opens it up, splits them open. Trainer to Trainer.
Hayden now.
Angaston have kicked 8-7 to Tanunda's point in the third quarter.
Wow. Wonder what happened.
Tanunda don't have a Ruckman's experience as ball home, so
Yeah.
I gather that he's just gotten on top and run
Destroyed
away
in
with
midfield.
it.
It was Justin Westhoff playing this week, or
I believe so, but I haven't
And
looked
then
it up.
They had either side.
I'll have to look in a minute.
Darren Sharp's going to have a shot here from about 50. Let's see if the old legs have got it in him.
I'd back him in. He's normally a very good kick. He's gone the roost. Just falling to the top
Oh,
of the
Jake
score
Tobin,
square.
great grab.
And there's Adam running for each cubicle.
Awesome mark there. And we'll line up for his second as well.
Yeah, he's shown some good things today, young Tobes.
He has been exciting with his pace and pack marks. And he's kicked that one.
It was literally like 10 a.m. this morning. I mean p.m. 10 p.m. Nah, it was like so.
I'd say around 10 minutes left in this last quarter for the Barossa-Willaston clash. As Barossa bring back the score to 42 points. 12 goal 10 to 6 goal 4. Sorry, 7 goal 4 maybe.
Justin Westhoff is named
His name?
in the selected teams for Tanunda, so
That was Jake Tobin. Took a massive pack mark and kicked the goal. Ball goes back to the middle. Hadji gets his hands on that one, but Harry reads it best. Oh, great mark.
Casbolt, too good in the air. You can't let that happen when you've got Poss running off half back.
He's been amazing today. He'd be my best dog grab for Barossa. To Lee Riswick. Sanaa forward, gives it over the top to
Lucas Watson.
hits up. Jared Trainer. Great spoil by Max Fraser.
They haven't stopped trying, have they, Barossa?
Causes a stoppage. Sorry, what was that, Luke?
They haven't stopped trying.
No.
It's good to see, especially what the young fellas are doing.
Young fellas have been exceptional for Barossa. Shows they do have a bright future in the next 3 to 4 years. Isaac Weiner, speaking of him.
It's 25, should have been.
Josh Newman backing him up. Also another young fella.
I reckon they were about 9.
Oh, it's good to see him flying the flag.
Goes deep into forward, Isaac Weiner. Big pack, falls.
Sharpie crunches 2 or 3 there.
Ball just falls to the ground. It seems like a stoppage.
Just watching Andrew Jarman, then he looks more relieved than anything else.
Sharpie seems to nearly get out the back there. Dylan Vitnell to Brandon Rendell, who centres it to Sutz, who'll run off out of defence. Poor kick to Lockie Elliott. Ethan Gantz finds himself with the footy again. Josh Newman goes to the roost and falls at full forward. That was an interesting kick. Oh, Westcott Purchase.
Willaston are out here.
Hayden Moss, great kick out in front to Ollie Petroholis. He's going to put on the Jets to Lockie Young's catching him. And Josh Waldhunter takes the grab out in front of... Who's that there?
That's
Michael?
Ollie Riggs.
Ollie Riggs.
He's only young too. He
Yeah.
must be 20 maybe, coming on 20. He's played last couple of years at Barossa. He had a stint down at Centrals this year to do pre-season and come back here.
Josh Warnhunter lining up for his third for the day. And he seems to have missed it to the right.
It's 2 behind his kick today.
2-goal-2. Rizza kicks it short to Nathan Casbolt. Both of them being brilliant as mature heads for the Dogs today.
Dangerous kick there by Nathan Casbolt.
Werner mops it up though and kicks it to nothing really there. Tobin
Well done,
creates
Jake Tobin.
great contest. Zachy East tries to give off way too many. Just gets the footy out. Werner's under pressure. Harry's under pressure.
Great tackle, Jack Charles. Werner's second and third efforts there, fantastic.
Top potato footy.
And he's paid holding the ball. Well done, Werner.
Great tackle by Werner. He's been out. Oh, seems to got a bit of cramp.
He's cramping.
He's lucky he's a left footer. Ethan Gang gets a footy again with a handball from Werner.
Grab from Jared Trainer.
Great mark.
Joshy Newman pushes hard forwards. Jared's hit him over the top.
He can almost roll on here. Sharpie's out the back. Sharpie's trying to get up. Oh, fell in his lap. He's fallen over.
Tuggers.
Ah,
The soccer player soccers it off the ground. Adrian Pullman
great goal.
gets on the scoreboard.
Bryce have got a couple back. Still too late though, unfortunately for them.
Isaac Werner just come off there limping with cramp, so hopefully he can get some attention and he can get back on for the last couple of minutes.
It also looks like Kurt Roders for Willaston's got ice on the driver. Don't know what happened there. Wasn't paying much attention. Who have you guys got next week, Michael?
We play Freeling at Freeling.
Freeling. So that should hopefully be a winnable game for you guys.
Hopefully we can get across the line and get a win on the board. What about yourself?
We've got... Who have we got off the top of the head? We've got Angaston.
Oh,
At Angaston, which will be a big test for
big
us.
task, that one.
Especially with Clinchy out maybe. But it will be a big task with the stars of Lee Summit and Mark Borholm, the reigning Schuttler medalist. They are a very strong side, especially if they've beaten Tanunda comfortably today. Izzy to Lockie Elliott, well done. Adam Conley can't pick up the football though. Gets it now.
Oh, there he is again, Ash Fry, racking him up.
He's been outstanding today. Wiswick with the footy. Gives it into Ethan Gant. He's probably racked up, I reckon, 30 plus, definitely. He'd be one of your best.
Yeah, he's always up there, young Easy.
Oh, Mossy pulls in the one-handed grab. Definitely in his range. Doesn't want to go for goals, though. Oh, Ollie Riggs intercepts it. Well read.
That's holding the ball. Great tackle, Lee Ruswick.
Harry Elbow tries to get through too many and coughs it up in the end. Wiswick being a brilliant user of the footy. Where will he go here?
He's got to hit Hayden Trainer. He's the only one by himself.
Tyson's put pressure on him straight away. Forcing Trainer to push back. Goes short to...
Julian Stone. Stowe.
He goes long as well. Hadju's coming across. Brando punches the ball to ground. Zachy's there.
Charles battling. Another ball up.
Another ball up. Good pressure from Barossa there to force a stoppage.
Willaston player down there with cramp by the looks, number 15.
Brandon Rendell. A lot of the boys going down with cramp at the moment.
Apparently Willaston have no one to go on. Oh no, Woolharder's there.
It's just the two on the interchange, isn't it? Are they off, or is someone else?
I just overheard someone say there's no one to go back on.
Oh. Not good signs when we're versus Lancaster next week. Lockie Elliott chips it over the top to Deacon Davis. Oh, Corey Smith. Bit of class. Gets out pack. How good is that? Tyson Allen pushes back. Forward flank. Goes long to the top of the goal square. Harry Elbrow's there. Great punch.
Ray McConnell there. Big fist.
Always reliable, Brays. Always takes the best forward normally for the opposing teams.
Ethan Gant runs in, has the bounce.
Could have another if he wants to.
Short kick to Nathan Casbolt. Nothing was on down the line. Another short kick to Bray McConnell. Now he's not sure where to go.
There's not much down the line. Ball falls short to Hadju, I believe.
Hadju taps it on to Newman, sends
Well
it down
done.
the line. Two Willaston players spoil each other.
Another stoppage on the wing. As we head into the dying minutes of the game. Ball tossed up again. Burgess won that one of the tap. Just continuous stoppages now.
Just a bit of a constant rolling scrum, isn't it?
Easy McKenzie gets a burst down, hacks it forward.
Good fist there by Ollie Riggs.
Just brings the footy to ground. Harry Elbrow finds the footy again. Kicks it over the top out in front of Corey Smith. He's under pressure from Nathan Casbolt.
Well done, Jake Tobin. Great pickup.
To Stowe. And Reswick finds himself out again. Gets past one. Has nothing to kick to though. Nathan Casbolt. Great pressure from Tyson.
Dangerous kick. Jack Charles in front.
Who's marks that one?
Paid it to Jack Charles, man in front.
Right, cool. Sanar forward.
Great kick to Flynn Pratt.
Where's Sharpie going to lead to this time?
Oh, ugly kick in the forward lines. I would not be happy if I was Darren Sharp.
Ball's going to get thrown in deep in Barossa's forward 50. They've been good this last 10 minutes of the game. They've probably dominated most of the play, I'd say.
Yeah, I think they've been a bit cleaner and executed their ball skills much better than the last few weeks.
So who have you guys got out for Barossa for the time being? Yourself?
Myself, we've lost Daniel Kicker with a broken ankle. Josh Banks broke his arm, so might not see him again. He's have to have another operation. There is another one. Will Roberts has done a PCL, so he's done for the season as well.
Wow, that's unfortunate. They're one of the most painful injuries, those PCL and ACLs. Dylan Vittnell, off half-back, has nothing to kick to. In trouble. Corey Smith wins it again. Great pressure. Is that Dylan Coleman?
Yeah, that's Dylan Coleman. Great hustle, Dylan Coleman.
Again.
And he goes again.
Great
tackle.
Lockie Elliott tries to take him
Pick
on.
him up off the ground. That was fantastic.
He's been very good today as well. Barossa win a free kick. Lockie Elliott seems to give him something away, I think.
Bit mouthy there, apparently.
Hayden Trainer kicks it over the top, and Ash Fry will mop it up.
And he fumbles.
Oh, fumbles. That's a rare thing for Ash Fry. Makes up for it with a tackle and creates a stoppage.
One minute to go, apparently.
Ball's been kicked up. Zach East.
Great fist, Julian.
He's been awesome down back today, especially being undersized, facing many tools. Harry Elbrow on the left to Josh Waldunner. creates a contest. Deacon Dagger's front of the square.
Josh Newman, great tackle.
Been awesome. Yeah, it's been at full forward all day, Josh Montana has. Well, the first couple of weeks he has played up full forward and rotated a bit through the midfield. He did miss the first week with an injury that he got in the trial game against Golden Grove. Behind just after the siren there as it rolled through. Must have been touched for the kick. And there's the game finished. 85-46.
Good game in the end, actually. Fairly well battled out, and I think Willaston just too good there in the end, just being too clean. Kicked a couple of arsey goals, and that really set him up to have a really good second half.
They were right out of the rear end.
Harry Elbro, Tyson Erland being those two. Nah, but I thought the young Barossa side today was actually really strong. Definitely some promising signs between Isaac Werner and Josh Newman being Luke Hadju.
Yeah.
And I'd say Lockie Young was very good off half back as well
Lockie
today.
Young, very impressive. He's got to be in our top 4, 5 best. How do you think Willaston's best 2 or 3 would be?
I'd say, as much as I hate to say it, I'd say Tyson Erland's up there. Harry Elbro would have to be up there as well. Ollie Petroholis kicked a couple in the end, so maybe him. I'd say it's probably a team win in the end. Oh, obviously Ash Fry as well, how can I forget him? He was amazing off half back, but yeah, that'd be the main ones in my opinion. There was three injuries to Willaston side there. Michael Clinch going with a hamstring, we believe, and Mickey Hausen and Kurt Rodas with a quad.
It was an absolute pleasure to have both Michael and Asher this week, because they got the inside knowledge of all the players. So, you know, that's the really good thing this year with having one person from each club, is you've got that inside knowledge. So thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having us. It's been fun.
Yeah, that's great. I will come and grab you at other times when we're here and at other grounds. I think it adds to the Barossa Light and Gawler Football League to have the games live streamed, and it's great that the club support it and things like that. So thank you.
Awesome.
Now I know Asher, so I'll keep an eye out for him and look for his name in the paper when he's back.
Hopefully, yeah, when I can get back on the footy field again. Both of us being injured at the moment.